So I do Vito Corleone because everybody can do a Vito Corleone.
Okay,
right?
hold on. I gotta get a cat. Hold on.
I'm gonna make him an offer that he can't refuse.
It's a cat. He's the cat. This is why the wall of stuffed animals comes in handy. I gotta. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Look how they massacred my boy. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. I feel like there's another one that I do too. Oh, duh. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Thank you.
Okay. Not the best Vito Corleone I've heard, but not the worst.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now let's do John McClane.
Oh, okay. I will admit, they sound really similar.
You shouldn't.
I'll keep the cat. I always mix them up. Hold on. Come out to the coast, get together, have a few laughs. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like. This is why I don't do impressions.
Okay. Yeah, that's not much of an impression.
It's not. I did that to my dad. I did that behind my dad last week. And he turns to me and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, it's Die Hard. Those are my two impressions. I also frequently enjoy, this isn't Vito Corleone, but this is another line from The Godfather that I enjoy just saying in general. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. I like to do that a lot, especially when we have cannolis. It's a fun time. We don't have guns, but we have cannolis. Thank you.
Well done.
This is the cat, Chuggles. This is the main
Chuggles.
Chuggles.
That's an interesting name.
Thank you. It's original. It's a name passed down for the generations.
Are you gonna edit this at all?
I don't know. I might. Should I? I should probably edit the beginning out.
I think we've been here for like 25 minutes.
12. Since I hit record, 12. But there.
Yeah, we should probably edit this out.
Edit out the impressions.
I mean, it's your episode to edit, so to do whatever you want.
I don't do impressions very often. If ever. Gamble loves when I do them. She'll have me randomly do. She loves the Godfather one. I don't think she's heard the John McClane one, to be fair. She likes the Godfather one a lot, though.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Oh, that's good! That's good!
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, and you ask me to kill?
That's so good! See? Oh, I need to get better at it.
You gotta pretend like you got a bunch of cotton balls in your cheeks and whisper. That's the key.
Oh.
Like you have a sore throat,
Mm-hmm.
and you filled your gums up with cotton balls.
Gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. I'll work on it. Same with the John McClane one. I gotta differentiate this a little bit better. Okay, this cat's getting warm.
Let's see. Where's some more Vito Corleone things?
Oh.
Just say. Vito doesn't have like too many.
Mm-mm. They're all in like that scene where they're in his office in the beginning. At his daughter's wedding.
like. Yeah, see, like when you pull up like the quote, like it's a lot of Michael.
Mm-hmm. Michael.
It's Al Pacino. Like I mean Brando's Brando. You know, Brando, great actor.
Brando's Brando. Mm-hmm. Brando.
But I mean, it's Al Pacino's movie.
It is.
He's killing it.
Mhm.
That what a cast The Godfather has.
It's insane. Diane Keaton. Great.
Diane Keaton is in like a fairly small role too. She
Mhm.
doesn't do too much,
Mm-mm.
but like
James Caan.
James Caan,
Mhm.
yeah, Caan. And who plays the consigliere? What's his name?
Oh crap. I need to rewatch The Godfather.
We should do that. We should do it HBO Max.
We should. Robert.
Watch The Godfather.
Let's watch The Godfather.
Let's gonna watch The Godfather.
I bought the Godfather book when I was over in England.
I read it. It's
it
pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
How is he not like one of the top billed
Robert
people
Duvall.
on the Google? Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall's hell of an. John Cazale.
Mhm.
The guy who plays Fredo.
Mhm.
So he died really young,
Mhm.
but so what is it? He was only in 5 movies, and all 5 were nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a career.
Yeah, Cazale appeared in 6 full-length feature films,
Mhm.
all of which were nominated for the Academy
Wow.
Award for Best Picture,
Oh my god.
and half of them won Best Picture.
Oh my. Jeez.
Yeah, the actor with the greatest resume in history, John Cazale.
Shout out to John Cazale. Sorry, my friend texted me. I'll see what's going on. She's in my friend is in a band or a cover band, and she was telling me about when they perform. See what's going on. I can probably convince Tony's home now. Tony Salads is home, so expect a Tony Salad soon.
Ooh, interesting.
I think we almost went today because he came home today, but I had to go. I was visiting Campbell, so Tony Salads, watch out. Coming reunion episode. I'll get some footage. I'll get some exclusive Tony Salad footage. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to edit this because it's now approaching 18 minutes. I'm keeping the impressions in. I am keeping the impressions in. That might be the clip out, even though it's not even in the actual episode. I don't know. Something else happens. Okay. Hello. And welcome back to another episode of HBO Max. I am your host, Makenna. Joining me as always is Brandon. Hello, Brandon. How are you today?
Hi, McKenna.
Hi.
I might be the tiredest man alive.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no.
I think it's possible.
God. Is it from work?
Yes, it is from
no.
work.
Oh, my mom had a question for you. Because we saw a FedEx car go by. And
Okay.
And I was talking.
Great.
So, like, does your route, how much does your route change during the holidays?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Last year, some of it got taken off because there was too much volume. This year, they're not doing that. So it's the same route, but so normally throughout the year, my average day will have somewhere between 60 and 70 stops. This time of year, most days I have 120 stops.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, then you are the tiredest person alive.
Yeah. Six days a week, and every day is 2 days.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
How-
I'm quite tired.
when do you usually get off then? Does it vary or?
Um, I have a long drive to work, which is so it inflates it quite a bit. Like I drive like 30 to 40 minutes to get to work
Mhm.
and back. So I've been getting home. I haven't got home. Last week I didn't get home before 8 o'clock.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much I worked about 60 hours last week.
Oh my god. Oh, you're sleepy,
Yes.
you sleepy boy.
I am tired.
Oh my god. Maybe we shouldn't have spent an hour before this just talking.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe an hour and a half to get to the episode. Maybe that's not using our time super well, but
No, but
I mean, it's great content nobody's ever going to hear. So
Oh yes, we make the best content not on camera or not
Yeah.
recorded.
well, maybe there'll be some pre-game, some pre-show,
We should
some
call them
pre-show content.
pre-games.
Pre-games,
Pre-games and post-games.
pre-games and post-games.
And these are our games. Sports.
These are the games.
These are the games. That's
Yeah.
how that
So
works.
audience, look out for that in the future, I guess.
Look out for the games. We watched Love Actually. To continue Christmas month, because fun fact, December Christmas. So we watched Love Actually. I'm going to define facts and figures before we do the thing. We talk about the movie like we usually do. Not that that's any different from any other episode, but maybe the new people watch it. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I do technically know. I see the numbers. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Love Actually. So, Love Actually released November 14th, 2003. Big year. Budget $40 to $45 million. Box office $246.8 million. Golden Globe nomination for Best Musical / Comedy and Best Screenplay. Lost to the same movie. Do you know what movie they lost both categories to?
Wait, in 2003?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Lost
I
in
don't have any
Translation.
guesses. Interesting. That makes sense.
Never seen it. I don't really know what it is, but
I think it's okay. Mostly, I think it's pretty overrated as a film, but it's okay.
yeah. Oh, I know why I'm so hyped up right now. I know why I started talking about this. I had a Coca-Cola.
You ate like half a bag of marshmallows before we started this?
Well, that. And I had a Coca-Cola around like 2 o'clock. It's still coursing through my veins. The scene in which Jamie and Aurelia are swimming. 18 inches of water. So they had to go on their knees. They had to swim on their knees, and a lot of mosquitoes. So much so that Colin Firth's elbow got bitten up so much, it swelled to the size of an avocado and required medical attention.
Oh my god.
Which, ow. How that must have itched. Billy Bob Thornton, our president in this,
Brief little cameo in this one.
I was not expecting him. I yelled out Billy Bob when he walked in. It was very exciting.
I was also surprised by the Billy Bob.
The Billy Bob, he shows up. The BB shows up whenever you need him most. Well, sorta. Billy Bob
It's our
Thornton.
second Billy Bob movie.
This is our second Billy Bob movie. Very exciting. Billy Bob Thornton was also in Fargo with Martin Short, who's also in this movie. Which a lot of these people have been in stuff with other people, which is great. A lot of Harry Potter actors.
Well, because England.
Oh yeah, that is true. Did you know Hugh Grant was supposed to be Lockhart?
We talked about that in the Harry Potter movie Magic Month. Yeah.
That's true.
He would have been good at that.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Right? We don't need to talk about this anymore. We already had this discussion.
Go back and watch Harry Potter movie Magic Time last year.
But this is also we're back-to-back Rickmans.
We are. Oh my god, we are back-to-back Rickmans. Aw, and Rickman is still a dick.
Dickman. Alan Dickman.
That's good. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, write that down. But Billy Bob Thornton, he has a fear of antique furniture, apparently. And before takes, Hugh Grant would flash him a piece of furniture to get his reaction before they started. It was funny how the IMDb wrote it, because it was like, Hugh Grant will flash a piece of antique furniture, which is abundant in England, before the scene started.
Yeah. England has so much more antique furniture than any other place. Like, you can't find antique furniture in other countries.
No, never. The small country of United Kingdom, all antique furniture, everywhere. Keira Knightley and Thomas Brody Sangster. I don't know. I can't read my writing. They're, fun fact, only 5 years apart. He was 13 in this movie and she was 18. Yeah, I know. I know.
What?
I remember seeing a lot of things on the internet. Like, he looks super young for his age. Like, he was, like, in his 20s or something when he was in Maze Runner.
Huh.
When he was, like, playing a teenager. Yeah. It's insane.
That's weird.
I know. There have been two... Okay, so there was a mini sequel that happened in 2017 for Red Nose Day, called Red Nose Day Actually, that was May 25th, 2017, and it was like a follow-up to what the characters have done. Like, it's set in 2017 and, like, different things, and Hugh Grant dances again to Hotline Bling, and he falls down the stairs. It's a whole thing. And they're, like, Liam Neeson is still with that girl, and, like, it's a whole, Rick Grimes is married to Kate Moss and everything. It's really nice. I haven't seen it. I just watched the synopsis, but it seems nice. Recently, as of, like, 2 weeks ago, an interview came out called The Laughter and Secrets of Love Actually, 20 years later, a Diane Sawyer special. Now, I love Diane Sawyer. I watched this. It's on Hulu. It's a very good interview. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Diane Sawyer, unmatched. I love her with all my heart. My sister, fun fact, I want to tell you an anecdote. Nah, I don't know if I use anecdote right there. I'm going to tell you a story. When my sister and I were younger, and we would swim in the pool, we would pretend to do the world news. So my sister would be Diane Sawyer, and I would be David Muir. And we would act out different news scenes. We would do the weather, and it would be like torrential rain pour, storms, I guess they're called. And I would splash water on her, and, like, we would pretend to be Michael Phelps and, like, do competitions in the pool. Fun fact, my sister can't swim, so I always had to be Michael Phelps. And those were really the only two stories that we ever did before we got bored with doing the world news as, like, 6 and 8 year olds, but, you know. So Diane Sawyer holds a very special place in my heart. Diane Sawyer and or David Muir, come on the show. I would love that.
Get Diane Sawyer on here? That'd be great.
Dude, that'd be great. I love Diane Sawyer. But yeah, that interview came out November 29th, 2022. It's like 40 minutes. It's great. So it's a great little time. They have most of the cast. Hugh Grant, Emma Thompson, the American woman, Laura Linney, maybe is her name. The woman who plays Natalie. I'm going through the list. Hold on. That might be about it, actually. Oh, Scrimgeour, Bill Nye. I don't know how to pronounce
Bill Nye.
Yeah, he's in it.
Okay, I like Bill Nye.
Yeah, he's super cool in it. So, yeah, I would recommend it. And Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, of course.
It's a Diane Sawyer special. Show Diane. I mean, sorry, Miss Sawyer. I don't know. We're not close enough friends for me to call her Diane yet. Maybe someday. Those are all my facts and figures.
Okay.
I loved this movie.
Did you?
I did. I really did.
Okay.
Love. I also am just a big fan of just things interweaving with each other. I like knowing how things are connected. It's like a big puzzle. So I was a big fan of that too. Like, every time something would pop up, like when you learn, like, Emma Thompson is Hugh Grant's sister, it's like, oh my god, they're emotional connect, or like when you learn like the Alan Rickman and her are married. It's like, oh my god, it's really exciting, and like especially like at the play when like everyone's there apparently, it just all comes together. It's great. I did send you this, but here's my
Yes,
I taped
show it to
it.
the audience.
I taped all my lines. They're probably not all correct, but
Yeah, close enough.
yeah, you can't even tell at this point who's connected to who, but you know, it's it's there. What are your thoughts on this movie?
I thought this movie was so boring.
Oh no, really?
I had to watch it in chunks.
Really?
Yeah. Um, none of the comedy really worked for me in this movie. I didn't laugh much during and I don't think this movie's held up very well.
That's fair. That is fair.
It was fine. Like, I get why people like this movie. I get why people watch it a bunch, but like, yeah, it's like a regular romantic comedy. And it's a shame because like the director, I like most of his movies. Like Four Weddings and a Funeral. I think that movie's really, really great.
I love that movie.
What were his other ones? Bridget Jones's Diary, I actually rewatched recently. That movie also hasn't held up super well, but it's still pretty good. But this guy does romantic comedies, and I normally really like them. This one, I think it was mostly that I just didn't find it very funny. Oh, this guy did About Time, which I think is one of the best romantic comedies of all time. Like that movie's incredible. And Notting Hill's
yes,
great.
You did Notting Hill.
You know what this movie needed was a couple more characters.
Yeah. It needed more Mr. Bean. Just pop him.
He doesn't show up until like halfway through the movie. Like They should have used a lot more of Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah. He's great. I love him. Cause he's the priest in Four Weddings and a Funeral as well. And he's fantastic. I love him as an actor. Yeah. He's so funny. Yeah.
Blackadder. What I've seen of that show, he's really funny in. Mr. Bean, I was just like, that shit. I fucking thought that shit was so fucking funny as a kid. Yeah, he's really good. I really don't know why he's not used more in this movie. I don't know if you read this when you were getting your facts and figures together, but in the original draft of this movie, Rowan Atkinson's character was like essentially Cupid.
Yeah.
Like that's why he's in the movie so much, playing different characters that don't really like why he's all over the place and stuff, was that he was supposed to be like leading these characters into love. And then they took that out of the movie, and now he's just in it a lot.
So I will have to admit something to you because it didn't hit me until now. So when I read that he was supposed to be an angel, I took that literally and thought he was like not like an angel or Cupid, but like he was a human who dressed up like an angel. I don't know how that. I really.
Oh, you thought that he was like like in the movie, like he would play an angel.
Yeah, and I was really confused when I read that, and then now you saying that, it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, he needs to be in it more though. I agree though.
Yeah, they should have used more of him, especially because he's really funny.
Yeah, it's
and I could have used some more laughs in this movie to keep me going. Bill Nighy, I think, was the only part of this movie that I really, really enjoyed. He's crushing it in this film. Can you buy Hugh Grant as the Prime Minister?
No. Not
yeah. Yeah, neither could I.
And I think because I associate him so much with Four Weddings and a Funeral. That it's like, oh, he's just, I don't know.
He's so good in that movie.
We should do Four Weddings and a Funeral.
We should. That movie's fucking hilarious.
That's so
and
good.
That is the Hugh Grant character. Like that is what he's really like, playing just like a dummy. Like just like a dude who's just like not got his shit together. And like it's a shame that like most of the movies that like, and like Notting Hill too. He's great in Notting Hill. It's really a shame that most of the movies, when they try to do things with Hugh Grant, like since basically Four Weddings and a Funeral and Notting Hill, is they try to make him like a professional dude.
Yeah.
And I don't buy it. I do not buy that man is capable of accomplishing anything.
No. Not at all. I will say that I loved when he was dancing and he got caught by the secretary lady. That was great. For a brief moment, I thought about recreating it before, because I have a white button down and black slacks.
You should have. Oh my god, that's such good content, Mac. We need that.
I thought about it, and
that'll get us so many views on this episode.
I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow. But it was also too late when I thought of the idea, because I was like, it was when I was watching the interview, because he talked about how he didn't want to do it, how Hugh Grant, he didn't want to do it or anything, and they were playing it. I was like, I think, and they were playing like videos of other people doing it, and I was like, I could do that. Like, I have the steps where it goes like do, and like I could go through the hall. I have the hallways. I'm in my house.
I need this to happen.
Can my dad play the secretary?
Why would he not want to do it? Like,
I read something was like, it's not like what a prime minister would do, but like,
did he not read the script?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't do a single thing that a prime minister would do in this movie.
No.
He's a terrible prime minister.
Yeah, so I don't really know. He also said like he was going to be embarrassed by it for some reason. Like, yeah, but it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally like, hey, I would like to take out the one thing that makes my character likable in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing.
The one thing that like might get the audience on my side and make them enjoy me. Like, we should cut that out of the script.
Fuck that. Yeah, it's Hugh Grant. God bless Hugh Grant.
This movie's really into having sex with your subordinates at work. It is.
And that's what they talked about in this interview, about how like this wouldn't really fly today and everything, because it's like it's Hugh Grant, it's Alan Rickman,
and Colin Firth too.
Ugh.
Yeah,
not great. Don't do that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's most of the relationships in this movie are problematic at best. Like the Keira Knightley plot is just like, that's creepy as fuck.
And
when they're watching the videotape, Makenna, he is edited that videotape.
Oh my god, I couldn't watch it because I was just like, I had to look away because I was.
That is a scene from a horror movie.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was, oh Lord. Oh no.
And then he comes to her at her house with the cards, like. That's not good.
She's already married. Like, she can't do anything
to
about
his
it.
best friend.
Like, he acted like a dick to this girl because he was in love with her. Like, don't do that, dude. Like, that's so shit.
Okay, so this is one of like the big things in this movie that like really kind of like turned me off to this movie, which I do this very often when I'm watching like a romantic comedy or a romance film, which is I like to view like what does the writer think that love is, right? Because this is a movie where we're supposed to watch love blossom throughout multiple people. So what is love? And it apparently is just thinking that a woman is super hot. because two of the biggest stories that we get are through people who have not talked to the other person or have not had any meaningful conversations with them. Actually, most of these people, right? Because like Keira Knightley and the dude's best friend, like she specifically says, like, you don't talk to me.
Yeah.
We're not friends. We don't know each other. So being in love with her is just that, like, he saw that his best friend got this super hot fiance and he was like, I'm in love with her. Colin Firth literally does not talk to the woman that he has proposed marriage to. Has not had a conversation with her.
Yeah.
Doesn't speak the same language.
No.
Hugh Grant is just really attracted to his secretary. That's not good.
That's not, especially coming right off the Bill Clinton presidency.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's not good. They frown upon that.
They do. Like the most healthy relationship that we see in this movie is between the two porn actresses.
Yeah.
Because like they're like at work talking to each other. They get along really well. Then he's like, hey, you know what? We should go on a date. And she's like, yeah, we should go on a date. That's the healthiest relationship that we see in the movie.
Yeah, if it was Martin, if Martin Short, Martin. Wait,
That's not Martin
that's
Short.
not Martin Short. I'm mixing it up. Martin Freeman. Oh my god, I have it written down as Martin Short on my cue card. It's taped over. I can't scratch it out. I get my Martins mixed up. I love Martin Freeman though. Regardless, I know his name is Martin. He was great in The Office. He was great in Fargo. I haven't seen Sherlock yet, but the clips I've seen, he's great in Sherlock. I just really like Martin Short.
He's a good Arthur Dent in Hitchhiker's Guide, even though that movie's not great.
I really like his
He's a
interviews.
wonderful Bilbo Baggins, even though those Hobbit movies are terrible. He's the perfect cast for Bilbo Baggins.
I watch a lot of interviews with him, and he's just super, super funny in all of them. He's great. I love him.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He is really good.
He should be in more things.
He should be. Martin Short can come on the show too, but Martin Freeman as well.
Oh man, if we could get Martin, I fucking love Martin Short. That guy's
Can
hilarious.
we get Martin Short and Steve Martin? Oh my god, they both.
If we could get Martin Short and Steve Martin together, that'd be so great. Oh, have you seen The Jerk?
No, I just watched Father the Bride though for the first time.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's a great movie. And
I've said like my all-time, my biggest fashion icon of all time is Steve Martin in Father of the Bride. Like,
yes,
just a bunch of like big sweaters.
And the kicks.
He's great. Yeah.
The sidekicks.
Oh my god. Yeah. Love that movie.
It's a great movie.
You should watch The Jerk. The Jerk is so funny.
I love shout out to Martin Freeman, Martin Short, Steve Martin, all of you, please come on the show. You can come on at the same time. You can come on separately.
If we could get Martin Short and Steve Martin on at the same time,
we won't even have to talk.
They just did SNL together.
I saw that. I didn't see it, but I saw it. I saw the ad for it. We watched. Martin Short's not in it, but Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was on a couple weeks ago.
Great movie.
That's a great movie. That's the one movie that my dad will watch. One of the movies. And
weird Kevin Bacon cameo at the beginning.
Is there really?
Yeah, he's the guy he fights for the cab at the very beginning of the movie.
Oh my god, you're right.
That's Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Bacon Shake. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, great movie.
That's a great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah. Those aren't pillows. Yeah, it's great. We should do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
There's a great fan theory about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, go on.
That John Candy is a vampire.
I think you've told me about this before. Go on.
Have I?
I think so.
Okay. So it's the one of like the old rules, like Dracula rules about vampires, is that like they can't enter a place like a home unless they've been invited.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And at the end of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, he invites John Candy into his house, right? So the theory is that he's a vampire, and the entire movie has been a ploy to get him to invite him into his house. There's also the much darker theory that he killed his wife.
Oh no! But he loved his wife. Oh no! John Candy, no. That's sad. Why? Why? What's the thing?
I haven't read that one in a while, but I believe the theory is that his wife is in the suitcase that he carries around.
Oh my. That's like, well, I just watched Dateline with the woman in a suitcase. And
Really?
hidden. Let me tell you about this Dateline we watched. It was 2020.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay. Different show.
Yeah, they're the new ones. The good new ones are both on at Fridays at 9 p.m. 2 hours long. So we go back and forth with which we think is the best one. But the one on Friday was this dude he got like some sort of license in terms of like skin dermatology. But he didn't get like the full doctorate license, but he was doing procedures anyway, like removing moles and stuff, like surgical stuff. And then a woman he worked on died while he was doing cosmetic stuff or whatever. And he didn't know what to do with her, so he put her in a suitcase, and then it just happened he was about to go bankrupt. He lived with his partner in New Jersey, and while they were selling, they had like the list of like all the stuff they had to repair before they could move out or whatever. And he put like a new concrete slab in their garage and put the suitcase underneath there, but no one
his garage or his partner's garage?
They lived together, so like.
See, that's a terrible plan.
But they didn't put two and two together until he went on the lam to Costa Rica, and they were trying to find him, and then they like they were like, oh my god, there was a suitcase, and he got really defensive when he was on the concrete slab, and she was down there. Although I
should not bury a body on your property.
No, I don't.
Jose Ruckus pro tip: never bury a body on your own property, because, I mean,
yeah,
it's obvious that it's
right,
because they're gonna trace it back to you because it's your property.
I am not sure what happened. I fell asleep during the commercial break when they discovered the body. The dude, the fake doctor, they did catch him. And he was on the episode. They interviewed him. But I don't know what happened after that in the last
fake doctors.
Not good. Don't do it. You're going to get caught.
Oh, these days especially, but back in the old days, man, a lot of fake doctors just out doing stuff. Like you know about there's a guy who he would like travel from town to town, and he would sell a cure for impotence in men, like erectile dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
And what he would do is he would sew goat testicles into guys.
God.
And like not in like the place that testicles go. Like he would just put them inside of you.
Oh no. No.
And now McKenna, the reason that this is genius, the reason why he got away with the scam for so long, McKenna, is because either the person that you did surgery on just dies, because everybody dies back then, right? This was like long ago, and people just die like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they just die and they don't know why, and you never get found out. Or obviously sewing goat testicles into side of a person, that's not going to fix their erectile dysfunction. But that person is not going to like go to the police and be like, hey, my dick doesn't work, and this dude sewed goat testicles into my body.
So if you're going to do a
Perfect.
scam,
Perfect crime.
do it for impotence. Wow, yeah, that is wow. How did he get found out eventually? Did somebody eventually go, or did they figure it out?
I don't know how his career came to an end.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wow. Huh.
Oh, like the dude who invented the ice pick lobotomy. That dude wasn't even a doctor.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. He was like partners with a doctor, the doctor who like invented the lobotomy.
Mm-hmm.
He like had a partner with him who was just like a guy. And
It's the ice pick guy.
yeah, no, and so like the lobotomy was like it was invented. He was like, oh, very specifically, like we're gonna put these like 7 incisions inside of your head and do these things, and that will like change your temperament or whatever, right? It was a really complicated procedure. And his partner was like, well, this seems like this is taking a long time. What if we just took like one and just like really hammered it in there? That seems like it'll do the job.
Jesus.
And his partner was like, no, like that seems unethical. And he was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go do that then, and we'll just like. And yeah, he just went off and did his own thing and like just like went around the United States lobotomizing people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the ice pick lobotomy.
That's your history lesson for the day. Oh my
And
God.
that guy, like, he didn't go to jail or like he just retired.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Who's the dude? Oh, the name's escaping me. Who he worked on like a railroad and like the pipe went through his head, but it was in a specific way.
I don't know his name either, but yeah, it was he got a railroad spike through his head.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill him.
Right.
But he turned into a real asshole after that.
Yeah, and it was like big
Like artists or something.
Phineas Gage.
Phineas Gage. Yeah. Yeah, he just lived the rest of his life as
one eye.
Yeah, one eye and just like a fly off the handle maniac for the rest of his life.
Crazy. No. Especially no. I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah. Brains are weird.
Brains are weird. Do you ever, growing up? Oh no, I already asked you about this question about flash games. There's this game on like a science website where you could do like a cartoon lobotomy, and like it was bonkers, but like you could do like different surgeries, like knee surgery or hip surgery. You could do like a lobotomy. It was wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's still lobotomizing people?
I don't know. Are they? I mean, I don't know any person. Are they doing lobotomy? I remember spoilers for Shutter Island, the lobotomy thing at the end of that movie. That was a big in the lighthouse.
Yeah. Or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Never seen that movie. Jack.
Oh, it's really good.
Nicholson. Thank you.
Book's really good too.
Lobotomies are as of healthline.com says, as of April 20th, 2022, lobotomies are no longer performed and have largely been replaced by medications. They are
seems good.
performed in very rare circumstances to treat conditions such as severe depression or OCD that doesn't respond to other treatments. These surgeries are considered last reports. Healthline.com. Yeah.
Interesting.
Lobotomies are wild.
It is yeah, it is wild that for like decades we were just like this person, their brain's not working right. Just put some holes in it.
Poke it, yeah.
Not enough ventilation, that's probably the problem.
Oh my God, that hurts my brain. Okay, I need to stop looking at pictures of lobotomies. No.
Yeah, then eventually somebody's just like, what if instead of putting holes in people's brains, we gave them pills?
Hear me out here. A wild idea. Oh my gosh. No, I'm good. I'm okay. No. But Love Actually. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right.
Time to Love Actually. 2 minutes 11 seconds. It's when he says it. So I think
okay.
I'm gonna
Good
implement a rule that it's going to be for time 2x, the unofficial official segment of the show that I just randomly started doing and we'll keep doing. I think I'm gonna do either whenever they say the name of the movie or
That's
when
always
the
a good bet.
movie is whenever the thing happens, because like they don't really say well, they don't say full movie titles as much. Well, they do, but they don't. They do sometimes. They do.
Depends. Yeah.
It's a real toss up. So it's a good bet. Yeah. Whatever happens first.
They mentioned 9/11 super early in this
They
movie.
Dude, it was
Like, what the fuck?
2 years. Dude, that threw me so far. I saw
Me
it.
too.
I saw it in the captions. I was like, no, surely they don't mean that 9/11, but they did. It's only 2 years. Only 2 years removed from it.
Is what the line where he's like, when you look through all the messages from 9/11, I'm pretty sure that they were all of love and there was none of hate. I was like, well, other than the one big message from 9/11, that one seemed to have some hate behind it, but I get your point.
Oh, Hugh Grant, why? My dad asked me, he wants to do a joke where you know how like some people have like the joy signs in their yard for Christmas? He wants to do it where it says YOJ in terms of like referencing like why OJ. And he asked me,
oh, like OJ
Simpson. Yeah,
Orenthal J. Simpson.
Yes.
Why?
Why OJ? And he asked me last night, he was like, would that be tasteful? And I was like, well, I mean,
No.
Is it still not?
No. Also, I feel like it would be hard to get that joke to play via sign.
Yeah, because now that I'm saying it out loud.
Because, like if you just put YOJ
yeah,
on a sign, people aren't going to think, like, why, OJ?
Why, OJ? Yeah, that is true. I don't think it's ever going to happen because every single time he sees a sign like that, it has a nativity scene in it, and he doesn't want to do one with a nativity scene.
Yeah. A joke could be made with that. That is a good joke, but that is not the way to do that joke.
That is not the way to do it. Yeah. He'll workshop it. He's good at workshopping jokes and figuring things out. But yeah, he asked me, he was like, is it tasteful? I was like, I don't know.
Tasteful, no. Typically a reference to a terrible murder, double homicide, is normally not tasteful.
Not usually, no.
Yeah. No. Just a nice tasteful reference to double homicide.
Well, I gave him the example of what kind of backlash did, because I think I told you about this, there was a local donut place around here it was right around when he like got out or something. I don't know, something that happened like 2017, like where he was free or whatever. And they did a campaign where it was like, you buy donuts, you get free OJ. And it said that big on the sign. And I was like, see if there was backlash from that. And then see what...
That must have been when he was arrested.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, that would make more sense.
Because he went to jail for robbery.
Okay. Yeah, then that would make sense
much
now.
later. Yeah, I was going to say, he got out of jail like a year or two ago.
Okay. He's on Twitter. You see his Twitter account?
Oh, his Twitter account is amazing. One of the best Twitter accounts of all time.
Wild.
Yeah, it's so good.
Because I looked at it after I watched the American Crime Story series of it, and I was like, I remember when he went on Twitter. And it's like, I wonder if it's, oh yeah, no, he just posted an hour ago of like...
When he got out of prison, he went on Twitter, and yeah, his Twitter account is great. He of course has one of the best quotes of all time. It was on a podcast or like a radio interview that he did, where he said that he's still nervous about going out to eat in LA. He doesn't like going out in LA because the killer could be out there, Makenna.
Jesus Christ. No. Why?
One of my favorite things, you can look this up on YouTube. I don't know exactly what the search is, but I've seen this a couple times. It's so funny. There's this old OJ was a guest on a sports radio program. and they did guest call-ins, and somebody like asked him about the murder.
Of course.
And he deflected, and the radio hosts were like, yeah, no questions about that, just keep it to sports questions. And people started calling in and being like, hey OJ, so you played on the 49ers, right? Yeah, I played on the 49ers. And you worked you were there when Bill Walsh was the coach, right? Like Bill Walsh? He's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, Bill Walsh was the coach. He's like, did you murder him?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yes. Oh, OJ. Gosh. And that's our OJ Simpson talk for this week.
Yeah, let's talk about OJ Simpson.
Oh, I have a snowman story to tell that I wrote down to tell the story
Okay.
about how I've declared war on all snowmen. So
Okay.
are you familiar? This also is related to Christmas decorations, and it's in the movie, which is why I thought of it. The plastic snowmen, like almost everyone always has them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've declared war on them.
Why?
They're everywhere. And they just stare deep into your soul with their coal eyes. I'm on the verge of declaring war on the Santas as well. I don't know yet. I gotta talk to my team about it, but...
We've got an inflatable Grinch outside of our house.
Do you really? Oh, cool! Yeah. There's a house by here that does a bunch of Grinches out front. Like, there's one like in a chimney that goes up and down. I love the Grinch! Oh, yeah! My uncle did the one this year where it's like the Grinch stand-up where it's like stealing the lights.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
neat.
Yeah. Well, last week we went to go pass by it at like 9 o'clock after dinner, and he already turned it off. It's the same uncle. I don't know if I've talked about this. I know I talked about it with you, but I don't know if it was ever on an episode.
It was on the show. It was on the show.
It was on the show with the Dust to Dawn light.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
that was on the show.
It's that uncle. And he already had the lights turned off. So my dad talked to him this week and was like, hey, we went past in your lights. And he goes, okay, I'll have them on until 10. You have until 10 to go past. And I was like, and we went past before 10 and they were up. It looked good. It was great. We stopped in the middle of the road and took a picture. It was nice. It was a good time. He did good. I love Christmas decorations. I love Christmas decorations.
Big fan of Christmas decorations.
We always
back in the day, like getting in a car, driving around, looking at all the Christmas. Yeah, classic.
Mm-hmm. We always like right before Christmas, we'll like all get in our jammies, get some blankets, and we'll just drive around for like a couple of hours. We'll get like milkshakes and stuff. It's great. And we also do like an impromptu one after dinner. So I love car rides. I love looking out the window. And it's just a good time. And like people are starting to do Halloween decorations too. So it's like we go around Halloween and we go look at the decorations.
Oh, okay.
And then we go deer spotting, more car rides, and then December we got Christmas. It's great. And then in the summer we just like looking at houses. Sometimes we'll go over to Harrisburg, look at some houses. We'll go over here, look at houses, you know. Just see what's going on. I just like looking out the window. I'm like a dog. I just like looking. What's going on? I hate driving, but I love looking out the window. Car ride. My mom will yell
This
down.
might be the record for the least amount we've talked about the movie in an episode of this.
100%. I honestly didn't have a ton of notes about it. Like, I don't know. It's just like...
There's nothing that interesting about this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing where you're like, oh, yeah, I want to talk about that. Or like,
right.
oh, it's just like...
Yeah, like the most...
It's just...
The most notes that I did was connecting everyone, trying to connect everyone. And that's barely legible.
You don't get to spend enough time with these characters.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that is the one thing. Because, like, I would forget about certain storylines, and then they pop up, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. They're here. And then it cuts.
They don't... this is one of my biggest gripes about this film,
Mhm.
is that the editing is not great in this movie.
I read that Richard Curtis said like it was a nightmare to edit this.
I bet the storylines, you don't cut between them in a meaningful way.
Mm.
And sometimes the cut between them is like horrible.
Yeah.
Like the cut from Martin Freeman pretending to have sex from a lady to a funeral.
Oh yeah, that threw me off.
That's not the edit, my guy. That's not the cut.
It's rough cut. That's bad, dude. Like,
yeah, that was ill-advised to say the least.
Oh yeah. Great. I will say though, because it was set around Christmas, I felt very comfy watching it. Because it's just, Christmas is a comfy time. It's cozy.
I think that's what makes this movie. I think if they didn't have Christmas to anchor all of this, I don't think the movie would work.
Right. Yeah.
Like I didn't really like the movie, but like obviously the movie works. Like people fucking love this movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like it made like all the fucking money.
Oh yeah.
So
can confirm all of the money.
If I think that if it didn't have Christmas to anchor the story, I don't think this movie would work. Like, I don't think that you can make this as not a Christmas movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be Christmas time. I will say, a lot of people in this cast. A lot of people.
They got like fucking everybody.
Everyone and their mothers. That's all. Everyone's here.
I mean, you got the British.
Yeah.
The rom-com staples, right? Like the Colin Firth. How many fucking movies have Colin Firth and Hugh Grant been in together?
All of them. All of the movies. I have no idea. I know Colin Firth was in Mamma Mia, I think.
Yes.
That might be all of my Colin Firth knowledge right there. I get him and Colin, not visually mixed up, but I get him and Colin Farrell mixed up because it's Colin F. And then I forget which one's which. But
he has played Mr. Darcy twice.
Oh, okay. He's in a meme. Not Mr. Darcy. Colin Firth.
Probably.
I think he's in a meme. I've seen him before. But yeah, I need to watch Pride and Prejudice. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, 1995.
Yeah, he's in the BBC production of Pride and Prejudice where he plays Mr. Darcy. And then he's in Bridget Jones's Diary, which is an adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, where he plays Mr. Darcy.
Wow. This dude's been in a lot of stuff. Wow.
I like Colin Firth. He's pretty good.
I like him as well. I agree. Colin Firth, come on the show.
Yeah, we should get Colin Firth.
We should get Colin Firth. He's won a lot of awards as well. Wow.
Yeah. He won a lot for specifically The King's Speech, which
people like that movie.
No.
Well,
people did. People liked that movie the year it came out and then never talked about it. There's a lot of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was one of them. Didn't deserve Best Picture. He did not deserve Best Actor.
He was in Nanny McPhee. I've seen that one.
He's in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, which shout out. I know Joe Mertens is into that.
Oh.
But he's really good actor. Like he's a solid actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can handle a movie.
He really can. I agree. And he was in the Mamma Mia sequel. Who was in that? Who were the dudes?
Mamma Mia 2 is weird.
It is weird, yeah.
Because I believe, doesn't that movie begin with Meryl Streep dying?
Yeah, it does. And then it goes back to...
Yeah, and then it's like a prequel, right?
It's Lily James, yeah.
What a weird way to do your movie.
Let me tell you about...
Just be like, oh yeah, like the most popular character from the first movie, she's dead now.
She's gone. All dead. I watched Mamma Mia 2 in theaters with my grandma and her 3 sisters. And my sister, and it was a great time. Let me tell you what, you want to go see a movie? Go see a movie with the 4 of them sitting behind you. They are laughing the entire time. They are giggling like schoolgirls
Okay.
back there. It's a great time.
We need to book this experience. I need to.
You need to go.
I need to do this. Yeah.
You do. It's like, cause it's yeah, it's a great time. You gotta hang out with. We call them the sisters. They are.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, they have. They're like I said, 4 of them. My grandma's the oldest, and then, like I said, 3 more, and it's
Love it.
It's a
Love
big
it.
deal.
Need to go see a movie. I need to go see specifically like an old person movie.
Yes.
with them.
Go see like an Italian, like go see Moonstruck. Go see like the Big Night. They love their movies, but like.
Because I like to go. I go to the movies with my grandma every now and then,
Mhm.
and specifically I go see because she always picks the movie when we go see movies together.
Right.
But so we always go see old people movies together.
Of course.
Like this year we went and saw Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Aw. We both didn't like it.
Yeah, my grandma, she'll go. She loved Tuesdays are like the $5 movie ticket days.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she goes to that a lot with like some of my or like her cousins, I should say, and like they'll do like if you get to hang out with the sisters, big deal. All 4 of them at one time. Like I remember I went to lunch a couple times with them, and it was a hoot. Let me tell you what, they know how to party.
You got like a Greek chorus
Essentially.
kind of a thing going on.
Yeah. Loud Italian women. Let me tell you what, you know they're there when we used to when we all lived in the same house when we go on vacation. It was a time. It was a time. I miss it. We would be up all day. You should play cards with them. Oh my god. You gotta play cards with Aunt Kathy. Oh yeah.
They play bridge or what?
We play rummy.
Okay, I'm terrible at rummy.
We're ruthless.
My family is very into rummy.
Yeah.
My mom wins every game of rummy that's played at our house. She is really, really good at it and very intense when she plays it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never learned the rules. Everybody at my family plays it at every single holiday function since my entire life.
Yep.
I refuse to learn the rules.
I had to have my grandma write them all down for me, and I told her I would learn. I never learned. She has to tell me the sets every time. I have no idea.
Now, do they also do the phase 10?
No, I don't think so.
Phase 10 is like a rummy derivative.
Oh. Might have to introduce them. I've seen it. They're like blue cards, I think. Right? On the back? Yeah, they're blue.
Yeah, it's sort of like rummy, but like you have like basically you have like 10 things, like a checklist that you have to go down through and play it, and that's how you
Ooh, big fan of that. We'll play dice every so often. I don't really like dice as much as rummy. It's fun. It's all right. But yeah, rummy. Well, like when we're on vacation, like we'll play like 3-4 games of rummy before bed. We'll be up until like 1 or 2. My mom's long gone to bed, but like my grandma, sister, and I we'll be up dishing cards, drinking our
slinging the rummy.
Slinging the rummy, yeah. It's we take no prisoners when we play rummy. It doesn't matter.
Good. That's how you should play.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
play to win.
Very competitive family.
See, I also come from a very competitive, but mostly because like most of the people in my family have played sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's very like we played it, and like especially like the guys in my family. Like it's a like we went and played golf on Thanksgiving. I think I told you about this, where it was like me and my dad were on a team, and then my 2 other brothers were on a team, and it gets chippy. People get upset with each other.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's there's always a thing. My older cousin Jeremy, he would get in particular really butthurt if he lost, where they would call him Jerry, which would tick him off even more. It's like if you're being butthurt or like thrown fit, you're the Jerry. You're the Jerry of the family now. That's how Campbell gets.
So I'm a pretty cool customer, you know. Like I get upset. Like honestly, I get upset too easily for the most part. Like mostly on Twitter, it's just a whole deal right now. It gets me so upset right now. I hate it. But like when it comes to like dealing with my family and stuff, with my brothers, I'm very chill. It's very hard for them to get me genuinely upset. But I know all the buttons to push.
Oh yes.
And I can get my brothers so angry.
Yeah. Yeah. You know where to kick them. It's well, last year I was playing chess with my like 10-year-old cousin. He asked me to play chess. Okay. Now I haven't played chess. I only ever played against Campbell because I could only ever beat her because she didn't know the rules of chess because I taught her. So I don't really know the rules of chess, but I know enough to get by. And I beat him. And he cried. And I felt so bad. I was like, and I'm like, he and I are really that close. So it's like the only time we ever really like hang out per se is like when we like play football in the backyard or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he and I we when he was younger, he would wrestle me. Like he would, because I was so much taller than he would like try to take my legs down. I was like, nah, dude, come on. But no, he asked me. I beat him. Yeah, he cried, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Listen, you're a May. You gotta know how to take it, man. Like, this is only the beginning. If you're not, yeah, it was. I felt really bad, and then I said I tried to. I was like, yeah, your chest is hard, and he just kept crying. I was like, I'm sorry, and I got up and left. I didn't know what else to do. I helped him clean it up, and I was like, I gotta go talk over here. I don't know. It was so bad. That's the way she goes, though, you know.
And I mean, yeah, absolutely.
My dad.
We play to win around here. We play for keeps.
We play for keeps. My dad, he's so competitive. He's not allowed to do some of the competitions at work anymore. Because he would win them, and then he would rub it in people's face. He would make banners.
Oh, okay. So we have a family fantasy football league, right? The whole family. So I won it 2 years in a row, right? This was, I think it was 2015, 2016. I won it back to back. And after the first win, I went and bought a belt. Like a wrestling championship belt.
That's amazing.
And I showed up to every single family function with the belt. And really rubbed it in people's faces and made them. And so now, like, whoever holds the belt is like a big deal in the family now. Because I really made a big deal out of it.
That's brilliant. Oh my God.
To the point where the only other person to win the belt back-to-back years is my brother's wife.
Oh.
And she was their wedding, my brother and her wedding was so they got married the day before the Super Bowl.
Oh,
right? So the championship was like 3 weeks before that. And my dad won it that year. And so the wedding reception comes out with the belt over his shoulder, showing it off to everybody. It was incredible.
That's awesome. Oh my God. The belt. The belt's classic.
Yeah, gotta have a good belt.
You gotta have a good belt. We don't have a belt. We need a belt. But
you gotta get a belt.
You gotta get a belt.
I'm looking at buying a new one. The one that we've had, it's getting a little torn up. We need a new belt.
I need a new belt. When we play oh my God, no, wait. I just thought of a better story. Let me take back to the year 2019. All right.
Okay.
Christmas 2019. I may have told you this story. I don't remember. My older cousin, she's like 3 years older than me. She had just broken up with her boyfriend of 4 years, and she started dating a new guy that she met at the gym, Steven. And my aunt decided, it'll be, because they started dating, like, not, like, usually, like, her boyfriend would come to, like, 4th of July, but, like, they started dating after that. So my aunt was, like, in the 2 major of holidays for him to, like, come around to Thanksgiving or Christmas. So my aunt was like, we'll have a game night at their house. And so Steven can meet all of us. All 30 of us at one time. Okay? All
That's
of
a
the
lot.
maze. It's intimidating. And so... And it was game night. So we split it up into boys versus girls. So it was like me, my mom, Campbell, and like a couple of my cousins, and then versus, I think the only guys that played were my dad, my uncle with the Dusk to Dawn light, and Steven. Even though there was like 2 of my other uncles, but they didn't play. It got so heated between us. I have a video of my dad, the guys needed like a certain amount of points to win, because it was 25 words or less, and they need like a certain number of points. I don't remember how it works. And the word was sequel. And my uncle, Dust to Dawn Light uncle, was like, he said TV show again. And time ran out, and my dad didn't get it. And my dad just yells, "You could have said Jaws too!" And that's like... Steven did stick around for a little bit. He stuck around for about 3 years. They just broke up this year. But we still look back and we're like, oh, Steven. And like, my mom, like, people kept accidentally calling Steven the ex-boyfriend's name. It was a whole thing. But he stuck around. He was great. He came to some 4th of July. He played volleyball. He played volleyball with the family. He was nice. And then they broke up. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He was there, then he wasn't. Your mic's muted.
Ah, god damn it. The May family sounds great.
You
Would
should
love to
come
be
for
part of
4th
the May
July
family.
some year.
Maybe.
Come out for 4th of July.
Maybe.
You can play volleyball. We got...
Oh no, I won't be doing that.
No? You won't play
No,
volleyball?
I won't play volleyball. I'm not an athletic man, Makenna.
It's in the pool. It's pool volleyball.
Okay.
With an inflatable ball. It's not a real...
Okay.
It's not a real
Okay.
volleyball.
That changes things. But either way, I'm not an athletic man.
Oh, no. We're not an athletic fan. Well, we are. Well, okay. My uncle, I will say, that's the Don uncle. He's the oldest of the 6. He just retired from playing softball a couple years ago. He's like in his 60s.
He retired from softball.
He retired from softball. And he only had to stop because like something happened with his hip or something. But like he played softball for a while, and then like my younger cousins play sports. Oh no, I guess Kira, she does track. She just my cousin who's a year older than me, she does cross country and track. So I guess we are sort of an athletic family, but like not like an athletic. I don't know.
See, so this is what I like, because like you guys play football on Thanksgiving. So does my family.
Mm-hmm.
My family is a bunch of people who played football. So I'm a decent defensive back. I'm out there. I play defense. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm swatting balls. I'm not able to like outrun people. Maybe your family. Mm-hmm. I might be athletic in comparison to some of them. Maybe I could actually be like athletic in mm-hmm. these settings.
Yes, I think because we're a bunch of just anybody played sports, it was mainly baseball or softball, hitting a bat. We're tall. I will say the Mays we got height. Mm-hmm. Not Campbell. Campbell's 5'2". She's short. But, like, and obviously, like, the younger cousins, they haven't hit their growth spurt yet. So, like, You can tower over those kids. They're easy. But yeah, no, like we're just it's the competitiveness that like drives everyone. Like
Absolutely.
we don't care about feelings. It's a whole thing. Well, there was always a joke. There is a joke, I should say, that our family breaks up with people after they come to our house for 4th of July because my cousin broke up with one boyfriend, another cousin broke up with another boyfriend, and then I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend soon after he came to my house. So it might be the competitiveness. They're just intimidated. People are just intimidated by it. They can't handle the heat, you know? It's not for the faint of heart being a May. The maze. Feelings will be hurt. See, I come on out for 4th of July sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we wait.
Our podcast relationship will end.
Yeah, that's it. We'll play kickball. We'll bring back kickball just for you. We'll bring out the
I
scoreboard.
haven't played kickball since like 5th grade.
Oh, well, buckle up. It's kickball time. We got a scoreboard. We have a basketball hoop for the pool, so you could do hoops. We mainly play pig or horse.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll have a triathlon on 4th of July. My dad did try doing a oh god, what was it? A 4x4 on the 4th, where he wanted to he wanted to do a relay race at a track on the 4th of July.
No.
I know that he's never done it, but he tried to do it. There was only like it was like him and my cousin who ran track who were like, yeah, we'll do it. But I'm not waking up on 4th of July to go running in July. I'm okay. But yeah. So Love Actually.
Oh, right. Right. This is a movie podcast.
This is a movie podcast. That's all. I'm all done with my notes. Do you have any more notes?
Nope.
Anything else you want to talk about while we're...
Actually, you know what? I've had this story earmarked for like months now.
Oh, okay, go on.
Tell you. And
yes.
I just every single time, like I put it on my HBO Max notes, and I've never gotten around to telling it.
I'm so curious
now. So I took my brother. He got his wisdom teeth removed, right? Mm-hmm. And so he needs somebody to take him there because they drug you up real bad. Mm-hmm. So I wait for the whole thing, mm-hmm. and they tell me like, okay, pull the car around to the back of the place, and then like I go through the back door, and they're like, okay, they sit me in a room with my brother, mm-hmm. and they're like, okay, you got to just watch these movies real quick. These short little like it's just gonna tell you like taking care of what you're gonna do, things you need to avoid. Like it's just an informational video. They're gonna explain all this stuff to you. Right. We're sitting there watching it, and my brother he's talking the entire time. He's drugged up real, just like extremely high. Like he's all the way like gone. And he's trying to explain to me, he's like, it's like I went back there and then I was here. And it didn't feel like he's like trying to tell me he's like I didn't lose any time. And I was like yeah, yeah, it's like they shut off your brain or whatever, you know, it's like that's how it's like blacking out or whatever. And he's trying to explain it to me where he's trying to explain like time relativity to me, right?
Oh my god.
Where he's like because it was like you spent the entire time out there. And I was like, the time went by so fast for me, and it was so slow for you. And he's like, what's that called? Like, what do they say? Like, time is what? Like, it's like, I was like, he's like, it's like, time's not related or whatever. And I'm like, time is relative. He goes, we are relatives.
That's amazing.
That's what he said. Time is irrelevant. I was like, relative. Yes, we are relatives.
We are relatives.
Yeah,
Oh,
just a brilliant bit of comedy
that's so good.
that my brother came up with unintentionally. I've had that written down in my notes app because eventually I have to use that joke for something.
It's gotta be there. We'll watch a time movie.
Incredible wordplay.
That's so good. Well, did I ever tell you about when I got my wisdom teeth taken out?
I feel like you did, but
I don't
maybe
think
give me a refresher.
I don't know if I ever showed you the videos. Because my sister filmed it. My family decided to tell me that Harry Potter was coming to our house. And this was before I had any interest in getting my license. And the only reason that Harry Potter could come to our house was if I got my license. So I agreed to get my permit and get all my stuff. And then I decided on my own, we were going to go see a taping of Jeopardy. And then, yeah, dude, can you imagine? Harry Potter, me, and Alex Trebek. So, your mic's muted.
Why would they conspire to just be like, we're going to lie to Makenna?
Because, I don't know. I guess they knew I would get hopped up. I don't know, which is true. And then, I don't know, it's like 10 minutes of me. At one point, I was talking about The Great Gatsby to my sister, and how I was like, I'm gonna spoil it for you, even though she's not gonna read it. And like, me introducing my mother to my bedroom. Your mic's muted again.
God, I have to keep. I'm quite sick. I don't know if you, but I'm coughing a whole lot, so I keep muting my mic.
I don't know.
She asked, like, you read Great Gatsby in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hadn't read it.
She, in honors English, you read it, but I read it because.
Oh, see, I wasn't in honors English. And
I wasn't either.
We read it here, yeah.
We didn't. It was like required reading for honors English too, but I read it to train for Jeopardy. And
if you're gonna read a book in high school,
I know.
I would say like there's a couple books that you should probably read in high school,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think you should read Catcher in the Rye.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know people hate that book because they're dumb or whatever, but I think it's a really good book that you should read. You should read The Great Gatsby.
Just read The Great Gatsby. Yes.
That's probably a good book to read. I think you should probably read like a Shakespeare play,
Mm-hmm.
any of them. I don't care which one. That's your business. And then I don't know, like either Old Man in the Sea or The Sun Also Rises, like something Hemingway.
Yeah, those are good.
I feel like those are the plays. I mean, those are the. You should probably finish high school having read those, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe some other stuff that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jane Austen book in there.
Oh yeah. She does things. She writes books.
Yeah, she does write books. She does do that.
She does do that. She did do that. No, Jane Austen's not alive. Never mind. No, I know she's
No.
not alive.
Quite dead.
She's for a brief moment of time there, I wasn't sure. Oh yes, 1817. Yeah, no, she's.
No, yeah, those weren't period pieces she was writing.
Oh no, maybe she was just an old, really old. Nope. That's 200 years dead.
I think
Dead before
I didn't
Lincoln.
read.
Oh no, Lincoln was alive.
I didn't read too many books in high school.
No, I feel like I only really read books in the summers between grades. And then
Did you get a reading list, or was it just like on your own time?
Yeah, it was
I never got a reading list.
Oh, really?
I got one once between
Oh.
7th and 8th grade because we had the same literature teacher both years. She gave us a reading list, and like
Interesting.
I don't think it was ever brought up. Like I don't think that we had to do a book report about what we read in the summer or whatever. I just don't. I think she just gave up on it.
Going into my senior year, we did that. We started doing the house system, and everyone was supposed to read a particular book, the same book. Every grade read the same book across the board, and every class was supposed to do something in relation to it. I don't think any of my classes did. I don't think any of the other grades did. I don't know if they still do it or not. I should ask my sister. But it was rough. But yeah, then we had to do, I don't know. We did have to read Pride and Prejudice before junior year and Grendel. And then the other books were just like random books that we only actually talked about for like
that's
a week.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then we read like
talked about Grendel. We did Beowulf.
Yeah,
or at least portions of Beowulf. I don't think we did the entire thing.
We did portions of Beowulf in the beginning of school, and then we had to do a project on Grendel and Beowulf. It was book reporting bingo. I loved.
I'll tell you what. I had some terrible teachers in high school. My freshman, I failed freshman English. I hated my English teacher in freshman year. We did the Canterbury Tales my freshman year of high school, which, like, important piece of literature or whatever. We spent so long doing the Canterbury Tales specifically because it was what she had studied in college, so it was what she was able to talk about.
Oh no.
Yeah, the rest of the year was spent doing a bunch of just bullshit and she bad teacher. But then eventually we got a good English teacher and we did we read Hamlet.
Oh yeah.
Good book.
Yeah.
Or play or whatever. I don't know.
We watched the BBC version. It was at the end of my senior year because it was the curriculum you had to do a Shakespeare play every year.
Yeah.
And by the end of my senior year, my teacher was like, "No, we'll just watch it. You're seniors, you're not gonna pay attention." I was like, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, it was. And then I had the same teacher freshman and junior year. She was really tough, but she liked me, so I did well. And then my sophomore year teacher, he was really easy, but because he never graded anything and he would just give us all 100s, which sort of pissed me off because I did a paper. He edited it and then he never actually graded it. He just gave me I never submitted it for an actual as a final draft. He just gave everyone 100. So that was a really easy class. Sort of frustrating, but
man, high school teachers are fucking bull. They're just fucking they're just skating by.
Yeah,
there was a point where I realized that me today am older than most of my teachers were when I was in high school.
Oh wow.
All my teachers were fresh out of college or whatever. That was their first jobs. And so now I'm yeah, I definitely would have been doing exactly the same thing. Just phoning it in every single day.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Most of my teachers were older, I think. Yeah. They were old enough to have kids at the school or to have already gone through the school or to know brothers and sisters of people.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
Yeah. But most of them were a collection of them were decent. They were nice people. They were all nice. They were a collection of them were decent teachers. I'd retake calculus again, just for the teacher.
Yeah, I think it's about half and half.
Yeah, yeah.
But I went to a really weird school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Went to one of them charter schools.
Oh, a charter school. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just a bunch of people not knowing what they were doing.
I went to Catholic school, and probably the easiest class there was religion because it was all the same every single year. Just love people and don't do bad things, and that was it, really. I will say we did my 8th grade year. We had a history of Catholicism, which was cool. I liked that because it was history. But then, like, all of high school was, yep, love thy neighbor. And
So like history thought like you talk about like the Council of Nicaea and shit like that, or
yeah, like
that's neat.
not like Bible stuff, but like popes and like like the
okay.
schism and everything, and the councils and what went
Council of
down.
Nicaea is funny
It was just a Jeopardy clue the other day.
because it was just a bunch of churches getting together and being like, okay, we got to get one Bible. Too many Bibles out there. We got to get one Bible.
You gotta get this shit down, you know.
It's actually like it's like very funny to like go through the different arguments that they had at the Council of Nicaea, and just like the amount of like just like determining whether or not Jesus was a god or not. The amount of arguments and the different churches that all had different takes on it. It's quite funny.
Yeah, because I think that's where they they were like, okay, so Jesus was 100% man and he was 100% God. It's like, cool.
Yeah,
It's how percentage. That's not how percentages work, but okay.
that's how they came up with the Trinity.
Yeah.
At the Council of Nicaea, because it's basically a workaround for a bunch of different ideas.
Yes.
Like the Holy Spirit is there to just fill in a lot of just like questions about the nature of God.
It's why like that bit in the Nicene Creed, it's so short. It's only like 4 lines long. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, you know what we gotta watch?
What do
We gotta watch Dogma.
Dogma.
We gotta watch Dogma.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Kevin Smith at all?
Yes. Clerks.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, Clerks. Kevin Smith made a movie about Catholicism, basically.
Ooh.
It is a dude who went to Catholic school, riffing on Catholicism.
Hell yeah.
And making jokes, and it's very into like the minutia of Catholicism. It's a fun movie.
Alan Rickman's in it.
We will it's an Alan Rickman film. It's not streaming anywhere is a problem. We'll have to figure out a way for you to watch it. But we should do Dogma eventually. It's a dope movie.
Yes. Ooh, Catholic League denounced it as blasphemy. I'm in.
Kevin Smith attended a protest against the movie Dogma himself and protested
awesome.
against the movie.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. And if you want to see the other things that we do on this channel.
God, this is a long episode, isn't it?
Yeah, hour 42. Well, I haven't cut out some at the beginning.
Okay, yeah, so it's gonna be like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and we spent like 10 talking about the movie.
Yeah, watch Love Actually or don't, you know.
At what point is this not is it not a movie podcast anymore?
It's a talking podcast with a movie segment.
Tell us what you want. Honestly, audience, tell us what you want.
Yeah, please. Let me know. Let us know. Let HBO Max know.
You want us to talk about movies more?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like what it is that we when we have like good movies, we talk about the movie more.
Yes, or bad movies, we talk about the bad,
Yeah.
There was one bad movie that it was just terrible, and that is all we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think we need to start picking more interesting movies. I honestly think that's the problem, is that we're just not into talking about the movie at all because the movie's just not that interesting.
Oh, you know what movies we talked about pretty well was Batman and Dark Knight and stuff.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about Batman in those.
And like Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. And the ones that we do with guests, we stay on topic pretty well on those.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, follow us if you
Mm-hmm.
want. At HBO Max, HBO Maks on the Twitter and YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment. What should people comment this week?
Oh, comment whatever your favorite subtopic was. I don't know. This episode, there's no coherent thoughts were put together in this episode.
Yeah, that's a lot. We covered a lot of ground. Brandon's coming to my house for 4th of July at some point. And is going to watch a movie with my aunts.
Yeah, you guys need to make this a sustainable business so that I can just like move to Philadelphia,
Yeah.
I guess, and we'll just build a studio out there.
We go to Haas's.
Yeah.
We gotta go to Haas's.
Yeah, like honestly, like if like we could get like 1,000 of you to just like donate like $5 a month, we could probably make this a worthwhile venture.
Dude, can you imagine? Oh my god. Like, please do it, because then I won't have to figure out what to do after I graduate.
Yeah.
I could just do this.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great. Where can people follow you if they want?
I'm kind of moving away from the social media. At least I'm trying to like not be on social media as much. It seems like a nightmare right now, McKenna.
It
I'm
does.
really not into it.
Yeah.
So follow me on TikTok at Jose Ruckus. And when Hive comes back, I'll be on Hive. But honestly, I mean, like if you're friends with me, follow me. And if you're not friends with me, just listen to the podcast and follow me on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really tweet. I retweet things. I don't really tweet as much anymore. If you want to see things at Potterpants212, I have cross-stitch stuff on there, I guess. There's a link to my bio for other places I might be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
You do stuff occasionally.
I do stuff from time to time. Sometimes on camera, sometimes not on camera. It just depends. Not really. Well, yes. No, well, no. Because meh. Yep. Follow the podcast. Just follow the podcast, really.
Follow the podcast. This is where everything's going now.
That's the main theme of the story here. You know what? As we're ending, I'm gonna eat a few more marshmallows. So thank you for watching. And I don't know how to end this. Actually love.